Hey guys, what's up? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a review and swatch video on this hotcake right here. So this is the Makeup Forever Starlit Glitter Eyeshadow Palette. This does retail for $45 on Sephora's site and it is limited edition. So I will leave the link down below if you guys want to pick this up for yourself. When this palette released, it just like attracted my heart and soul immediately. Like, I don't know what it is about this, but it just looks so damn good. You're so pretty. So this is how the box of the palette looks. I think it's really cute. I love it. And then here's how the back of the box looks. It just says a little bit about the palette, and then it shows you a diagram of all the shades that are included in here. Okay, so once you pull this out of its package, this is how the packaging looks. It pretty much mimics the box, which I totally appreciate because I'm a sucker for packaging and I always feel the need to keep boxes. So Makeup Forever, thank you so much. This is how the actual packaging looks. You guys can see the words Starlit are in this like nice glitter form. It looks super cool. I'm obsessed. And then this is how the back of the palette looks. It just has a whole bunch of like this glitteriness to it. I love it. Okay, so to start off, this palette is made in Italy, which is great. The quality of the packaging is in a nice cardboard package. It doesn't feel super luxurious, but it doesn't feel cheap and flimsy and shitty either. So a nice like medium between both. Once you open it up, this is how the interior part looks. You get a nice sized mirror, which goes all the way back like that. And then you get your 6 different glittery eyeshadows. So this is how the palette looks on the inside. It literally looks like this palette is having a party day and night, night and day. I totally want to be part of it. So for reference, in regards to the size of these eyeshadows, you are getting 0.5 ounces of product in each, which is typically a regular size of an eyeshadow. Starting off with the first shade over here, this is called Reflection, and it's a beautiful duochrome white shade that has like purpley little specks of glitter. Then we have the shade Prism, which is a gorgeous taupey purple color with little specks of like bluish type of glitter. Then we have this shade right here, which is called Spark. It's a stunning champagne type of color. Then we have the shade right here, which is called Flame. Absolutely obsessed with this one. I think this is one of my favorites. It's a nice chocolatey brown with like gold glitter. And then we have the shade right here, which is called Flickr. It looks like it's literally on fire. It's orangey, but it has a whole bunch of different like glitters in there in regards to color. And then finally we have this shade right here, which is called Beam, and this is a stunning purple with a whole bunch of different colored glitters as well. So I want to read to you guys what it says about this palette because honestly it just sums everything up in like 2 sentences and it makes it sound amazing. And as amazing as this will sound is as amazing as this is. So what it says is 6 high wattage glittery shades to highlight your makeup for an outstanding radiance, all within a single palette. This is a glitter as you've never experienced, which is pretty true, I would say. A new generation of high performance formulas that are easy to apply and wear. Each shade may be worn alone for pure shining impact or layered together for bold, multi-toned looks. Simply brilliant. I could not agree more. The quality of these shadows have like such a nice, soft, silky, watery-ish like smoothness to it. Like it's seriously a formula that I've never like felt in my life. It's very different than what we're used to. I'm telling you guys, once you touch this, you'll be like, whoa. Like it doesn't feel like the ColourPop Super Shock Shadows, and it doesn't feel like a typical eyeshadow either. It's like maybe a combination of both. I don't know, but the best way I would be able to describe these is that they're super silky. Now, if you guys are familiar with the Makeup Forever Starlit glitters, like they're like loose glittery eyeshadows that you could use for the face or you could use for the eyes, those retail for $21 a piece, and they kind of put everything in here for the price of 45 bucks, which like I mentioned before, I feel like is a bit steep, but considering what you get in here compared to those, which are $21 each, it's kind of like a steal in a way. So I feel like this is the pressed form of the Starlit glitter, which I haven't picked up yet, but it's definitely on my wish list at Sephora for like ages. But it's pricey, you know, so I want to get it on a sale. So having something like this makes me feel like I got a really good bargain because these are so much fun to play with. I actually have this shade right here, which is called Flame, on my eyes today. I took a little bit on my fingers, dabbed it on, and then swiped it on as well. Then I took a stiffer brush and then just buffed it out of the crease so it could kind of look more of like a gradient as opposed to like bam, you know. But what I will say about the formula of these in regards to application, they all have a nice amount of glitter. So if you guys do not like a glitter, you probably won't enjoy this. But it's not like the typical glitter that like goes all over your face that's annoying as hell to use. No, these are so much fun. Like you apply it on and it just like catches the light in certain ways where you feel like you're on a like you're a disco ball, but in the best way ever. Like you're like the center of attention, you know? So how I like to use these starlit eyeshadows is typically with my finger. Like I just dig my finger in there like this pretty much. And then what I like to do is spray my finger with like Fix Plus or something so it could kind of create a nice intensity, and then put it on my eyes. Whoa. So you can kind of apply it that way, or you can use more of like a stiffer brush, pick up the product on the brush and then spray it with like Fix Plus and then put it on the eyes as well. I feel like it kind of performs the same way, but I feel like with my finger it's a bit simpler to maneuver, so that's how I like to apply it. But you always have the option to use more of like a stiffer brush, and I feel like it's personal preference. So whatever you're comfortable with, it will apply nicely with your finger or a stiffer brush. Now what it also says about these shadows is that they could be worn alone, so you can definitely just wear one shadow at a time, or of course you can use this palette in conjunction with other palettes. Now this is also the kind of palette that you open up and you're like, I won't be able to create a look just with this because there are no mattes in here, but that's like the glory of this palette. Because there are no mattes in here, you can just throw this on and it looks so damn good. You know those kind of looks that you see occasionally that it looks like someone just like threw on makeup but it looks so good and you're like, damn, how did you do that? This is the kind of eyeshadows that will do it for you. Like it's a type that you just like take it on your finger with Fix Plus or without Fix Plus, you know, throw it on there, don't even blend, just put it on, swipe it on, and it just like looks good. It forms into like your eye shape and it's super pretty. Plus, each individual one has a nice amount of glitter to it, so it sparkles with the light and everything, and I just think it's honestly stunning. So you can go dramatic with this and pile up the colors together or on their own, or you can just like wear them really lightly, and I love the versatility of this because it just makes it so much more fun to use and not a hassle, you know? I will say that these few shades did apply beautifully with a nice punch of color. The only one that was a bit more sheerer in tone was this one. So what I like to do with this one is put it on my inner corners to the most part. But other than that, I think that they all applied super nicely, super consistent, and they have a great feel, like I mentioned. Like, so much fun. You guys have to try this. So let me go ahead and give you guys some swatches. I'm telling you guys, so silky and smooth. And also, these don't have like a rough textured feel to them. They have a nice smoothness to them, which is interesting because you would think that it's like rough and like nasty, but it's so not. In regards to fallout, I feel like it has a little bit of fallout, even though on the website it says like there's no fallout or anything. There isn't like a drastic amount, like you feel like you have a whole blob of glitter on your face here, but there's like little specks of glitter like flying from place to place, but not something that you need to be worried about and be like, oh my god, this is so overwhelming to use, because it's not. So that's something to keep in mind. I always apply my face makeup first to the most part and then my eyes, and I've done this many times with this palette and I did not have any issues. So here's a little close-up of how these shades look in the Starlit Glitter palette. I love them so much, and this was pretty much with one swipe, swatches each. They're pretty. So what I'll end off saying about this palette is, if you were always into like those glitter shadows but you didn't want to deal with the hassle, or you always got it all over your face, or you felt very uncomfortable using it, or it was just like not convenient, this might be the answers to all of your glitter prayers, because this is everything we all wanted in one. I really hope that Makeup Forever releases more of these kind of palettes, and you know, with different colors as well, with like maybe warmer tone shades and then cooler tone shades and then pops of bright colors as well, because I could see this doing so well for anyone. If they do come out with another eyeshadow palette like this, like a sister palette to this, you guys know that I'll be the first one at Sephora. So I'm obsessed with this. I think it's amazing, and they did a brilliant job with everything. Everything about this is 100% perfection. If you guys were contemplating on this palette and you weren't sure like if it was something that would be up your alley, I hope that this video was helpful. Definitely let me know if you guys picked this up for yourself already, or if it's on your like agenda. And I think that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.